Morning is 9:31, 68 degrees here in beautiful downtown Statesville. According to our Clean Tech Weather Center, we're going to see around 83 today and sunshine for the rest of the month or at least the next 6 days. Beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Fall-like, of course.
It is.
Finally, right?
Festive.
Yes, fall
Makes
festivities.
me want to go pick pumpkins.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy month. Or
It
October
is.
is, yes.
It is.
Are you a pumpkin carver?
Somewhat. I find that when I try to carve pumpkins with my kids, it's mostly just me doing the work.
It's amazing how that happens.
It is. It really is. So I would much rather than paint the pumpkins. Seems to be less mess.
Oh, that's the latest rage.
And then you don't have to worry about the pumpkins rotting within 2 days.
Yeah, they do. Their face goes from this to like a sad and kind of droop down. They look like they have no teeth.
Yeah.
Just like that, yeah.
That's exactly right.
Just kind of like you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that sound is Megan Suber from Mitchell Community College.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Hope you are.
Not too bad at all. Thank you very much.
Got a couple friends with me today.
Yes, I see.
Tamara Watkins, who we know and love, and Deb Lazenby, who we also know and love, but haven't heard on the radio in a while.
That's right. She's in her leopard skin today.
She is. And we've got some interesting things coming up at the college this week. On Thursday, we've got a scholarship appreciation event for our students
Okay.
to write thank you notes and say thank you to their donors, because we have over 100 students this semester that have received scholarships.
Really?
So we want to make sure the donors who have given generously to those funds know that their students aren't just not appreciating that money. That really makes the difference to students. It can mean, it can make the difference between them choosing to come to campus and take classes with us, and it can make the difference if they don't have that money. So this is a great opportunity for the students to connect with their donors via these letters, and a great opportunity for us to celebrate these high-achieving students as well.
Well, absolutely.
We're excited about that.
I always thought that it would be great to have scholarships for poor achieving students. I was looking for those, but it never did happen.
Well, I'm not going to say they're not out there, because I'm sure somewhere out there.
I always wanted to get that big, thick, but don't they make a big, thick book about scholarships that you can go through, like, for left-handed, blonde-haired people or something like that?
At one time, I'm sure it was a book. Now it's the internet's.
Oh, I guess so. I think they do away with books. That's how old I am.
So I'm looking at your computer screen right now, and
Yes.
I got reminded that it is not too late to register for fall classes, in case you were wondering, Billy.
I was wondering.
It is. It's not too late. We've got classes starting in October, and these are short semester classes. Does that mean you're going to get less of a class? Well, time-wise, yes, but you get the same credit and less time that you have to be in the class. And so these are great opportunities for students that may have missed out on starting with us in August. Maybe they weren't sure if they wanted to start or not, but it is. It's not too late. You can still take classes with us this fall.
I'm going to click on apply now. And there are my steps to enrollment.
See, we lay things out so easily for
There
you.
are.
Exactly. And if you want help going all the way through those steps, we are having a prospective student information session tonight at 5 o'clock in the Rotary Auditorium on the Statesville campus. And so you can come and we can walk you through that process and answer any other questions that you may have. And also, Student Services is open every Tuesday night until 6. So sometimes that we know it's a little bit hard to get over to campus during the workday. So we're open till 6 on Tuesdays. And then also this Saturday, we are doing something a little special where Student Services is open from 9 to 12. Any service that you need, come on in and we will help you.
I assume that's in the Student Services building.
It is on the Statesville campus.
Kind of catty-cornered behind the library
Exactly.
and the student union.
You've got it, Billy.
Hey, you know all about us.
Some I used to hang out over there all the time.
Yeah, well, come back by on Saturday.
Okay,
9 to 12.
I can do okay.
Statesville campus. And I know we've been talking about late start classes and our curriculum classes, but we also have classes and learning opportunities and training opportunities throughout the year with our continuing education program.
Yes.
And that is something that is near and dear to Deb's heart, and she knows all about it. She's the master of the continuing education, as it were. But she's going to talk to us today about some of these opportunities, and also about manufacturing, because next week, correct me if I'm wrong, Dad, next week is National Manufacturing Week?
It is. I don't know that I'm the master, but I do know a lot. How's that? So next week, we had really hoped, Friday, October 1st, is National Manufacturing Day, which is really pretty cool. It's celebrated all across the U.S., and Iredell County has over 320 manufacturers. So there's lots and lots of wonderful job opportunities right now. The event, we were hoping to host an open house, but due to all of the nasty little COVID virus, we're going to postpone that until spring. So be on the lookout for some information that in spring. But we have also partnered with Iredell County Economic Development, and they will be hosting their Industry Leaders Conference on that Friday morning, and it will be virtual. So you can go out and register on their website to be part of that virtual event on Friday. So we have tons of companies calling us all the time. They're looking for skilled workers. And we have a lot of short-term training classes. If you're not interested in one of the curricular programs, but need something short-term that might just be, say, 8 weeks, or even just a little bit longer, we have welding, we have HVAC, we have CNC machining, we have
A whole book full.
We have all kinds of things. I know I brought my book, so I wouldn't forget to tell you all of it. In addition to healthcare and public safety, but we also have classes that help you with your job. This is like totally amazing to me. Our notary classes, they have filled up so quickly all the way through December, and we're looking to add more classes for notary. We have motorcycle safety classes. So if you go to the Mitchell's website and look at the very top of the page, it'll say continuing education. Click on that link, and that will take you over to our site. So that will give you just a little bit more about the current classes. As we add classes, we keep them updated online. But our big focus for manufacturing week, again, we're shifting it over to spring. So we hope to have a big event on our campus on Front Street in spring. But the other thing I'm really super excited about, which I'm hoping people will share with us for the summer, and you can register for this in April, is we're having sample classes. So it's called our Jumpstart Series. And have you ever wanted to just try something to see if you liked it?
Just to see if we could do it.
If you could do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I decided that, this wasn't one of them, but I decided I wanted to see if I could learn to crochet, because I had these grand plans of crocheting all these little hats for babies at the hospital.
Right.
Well, I did that. I made my very first hat, and it fit my cat. So I'm like, no, I don't think that's going to work out well for me. I need to.
But you tried it.
I tried
That's
it.
right, you
I
tried
tried
it.
it. And I kept, I'm like, well, I watched all of my great aunts and everybody crocheted. It looked so relaxing. And I thought, nope, no, not working out for me, no. So what we have done is we've created our Jumpstart series. And this is open to anyone 16 or older. So it could be a high school student, or Billy, you could come and try one out. But we'll do welding. We'll have...
I've wanted to try heart surgery.
I don't think I have. Let me look at my list. I don't think
Not
I
in
have
there,
heart
okay.
surgery.
That's a little bit more
It's
than a
not on
sample
my-
right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
So we have machining, we have engineering automation, we have culinary, we have cosmetology, we have web design. You know, we're putting all of this together, so there'll be more information on our website. But it's a great way to try it. And if you love it and you find out that you have a skill for it, then you could look to do either you might need to go straight to work, so you could look at a short-term class, or you might want to go ahead and enroll in one of the degree programs and get a degree. So that's coming up for us this summer, and we're super excited about that.
Culinary sounds interesting, though. Learn how to cook, you know, different things. I have no idea.
That's okay. We can teach you to boil water.
Thanks. I could use that. That's
Well,
right.
and I think they have all these big fancy knives that you can learn
That's
to
right.
use, and
Learn
all
how
of
to
those
do
things.
do the knife without like cutting off your
Right.
fingers. That's a skill. That's,
the game?
that's a real skill.
What's the old game that it buzzes whenever you hit the sides in the metal thing?
Operation.
yeah,
Operation.
yeah.
Getting one of those to.
That's
that's
about
what
as
we
close
should
as
do.
we get to the heart surgery
That's
and
right.
sampling.
Yes.
Well, we could get one of those for him.
Now, that's different from, because I just clicked on it says classes for fun. That's a different.
That's a whole different series. Those are some of the classes. That's where you'll find the stained glass. You'll find watercolor, Tai Chi,
Barn
calligraphy,
quilt painting.
barn quilt painting. So those are some great classes there.
But those are more like full classes, whereas what Deb is speaking about, the samples,
Yeah.
the summer samples,
The
as
summer-
it were, are just more like little tastes to get you interested.
Right.
And how long do they last?
The Jumpstart series lasts 3 weeks. You come
Oh,
2
okay.
mornings a week.
Right.
So they're really short, 3.5 hours, 2 mornings a week for 3 weeks, and you get to really try out the skill that you're thinking that might be something good for you.
I got you. Cool. And then you have online classes, business classes, small business center.
We have our small business center, which they will help you if you have your own business, looking to open a business. You can make an appointment with them. They can certainly help you with a lot of different things. I also work with customized training, which means I work with businesses and industry with their existing employees. So we work with on-site training for business and industry. So we have a lot of things going on.
Apparently.
Talk to us for a minute, Deb, about our local business and industry partners. You know, I hear all the time there's job openings everywhere you drive by. It's apply now, here's a hiring bonus. You know, why would it be a good idea for someone who may be looking to get into a new job or get a job? Why would it be a good idea to look at our business and industry partners in the Iredell community? Like, are the jobs competitive? Is the salary and the benefits competitive?
They are. One thing that you're really seeing right now is industry has stepped up to the plate. Most jobs now are starting out anywhere between, I will use the term $15 to $17 an hour.
Yes.
That's really great starting salary. There's lots of benefits. A lot of companies have on-site medical care, which I think is really cool, on-site gyms. They have their 401k. And there's, most people, sometimes they think about manufacturing and you think about it putting widgets in a box.
Yeah.
Well, that is not really, you may have some of those jobs, but what industry has done is they have now taken those jobs and automated them. Mm-hmm. So now you have the robot putting the widgets in the box, but you have to have somebody that can manage that automation. So what it's done is it's opened up a whole new field of someone who can manage that automation that they have in a lot of these industries. So those are some really neat jobs when you tour some of these companies.
And high skill jobs too.
They are.
That's what, and it's been bothering us for months and months now, is that nobody can find help. There are restaurants in town that have cut their days even,
Right.
Because they just can't find the help, or cut their hours, and they just can't find the help. I don't know if it's just restaurants that are having that problem. It could be factories.
It is really everyone right now, and I'm not sure what the solution is. Maybe if I came up with a workable solution.
You would be the master.
I would be the master, the grand
Well,
master.
I'm trying to figure out how to 3D print people, but it just hasn't worked
doesn't
out quite
work
right.
out
It's
yet.
not worked out just quite yet.
But I just worry about, Doosan over here is trying to add 250 jobs. I was like, well, where are they coming from?
Right. Well, and I mean, I just was over there not long ago, and those are some great jobs. I mean, actually,
They are.
when you look at the electrical assembly position, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that. That's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we've got the new Walmart distribution facility down in Mooresville. They're
Right.
going to need close to 500 people
Yes.
at the end. Both of those companies are paying really, really well. Have lots of opportunities.
And the sign-on bonuses you were just mentioning. I mean,
Absolutely.
$1,000, $1,500, some $2,000 just to sign on. Got to work there for a little while before you get it,
Right.
but still,
Right.
I mean, that's unheard of.
Right. Well, and if some people think that, well, a lot of times people think, well, I don't have the skill, but they could come back to continuing education, sharpen their skills, and really be marketable, for a new job. And the other great thing is a lot of our companies have what they call tuition reimbursement.
Yes.
And that they will send you back to classes and they will pay for that for you. And that is something that I think a lot of people forget about taking advantage of.
And the important thing about that is you can earn a paycheck and work for that company
That's right.
as you're upskilling yourself and continuing your education.
Exactly.
Right.
So it works out really well. So Mitchell you guys have been really at the forefront of working with the companies here in Iredell County and around the area for getting people ready for their jobs. And that's really cool. Yeah, I guess maybe years and years and years ago, you were getting folks ready to go into a 4-year institution. Get your 2 years, then go on to the 4-year institution type thing. But it seems to have skewed a little bit. Not all the way. There's still folks that are going on to that 4-year institution.
Right.
But
Yeah, and there's a lot more opportunities now than there ever has been to kind of blend those boundaries. And maybe
Yeah.
you do have a 4-year, but you want to come back and take on a skilled position. There's training for that. Maybe you have come from a background of a skilled trade and are looking to kind of stepping stone your way into a 4-year while you're still on the job, learning and earning. That is absolutely possible as well. And not even just skilled trades. In our AAS degrees, like our IT program, they have a wonderful setup there.
oh, hi. Good
Where?
morning.
That is a really, really long name you have on your caller ID there, Billy.
Just looking who that is.
Toussaint.
Yeah.
And calling Billy to offer him a $2,000 signing bonus.
That's it. Yeah.
Come on over.
Well, and Megan, to kind of tie into that, you think about it this way too. A lot of companies have IT positions and they have business positions. So it's not necessarily limited to some of the positions that you think about on the manufacturing floor.
Right.
So,
An HR position.
An HR.
And business office, like you said, positions.
and a lot of them have nurse practitioners on site. So that's healthcare. Kind of blends into the whole thing too. And the one thing I tell people when you were talking about the jobs is we work closely with our partners over at NC Works and Goodwill. So I always tell people to make sure that you check in with our partners over there. Right now our employability lab is not open because of COVID, but those folks can also help out too.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Always good at Mitchell Community College.
Always good. Come see us Saturday, 9 to 12.
9 to 12 at the
Easton Student Services Center.
Easton Student. I knew everybody had a name, but I couldn't remember all the names. You got to name something. Soon it would be the Suber
We'll work on that.
Gymnasium.
Perhaps.
No, maybe.
Food court.
Food court.
Oh, that would be nice.
I like it. There you are. All right. Well, thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always good to see you. And maybe next time we'll see Mr. Hogan. You never know. All right.
All right,
Y'all have a
9:48.
great day.